Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of News in Motion. We are in a new month. We are in March, y'all. Shout out to March Madness. Make sure y'all got your brackets together. March Madness will be starting soon, but we are in the new March, so that means new blessings, new lessons, and more headline news are coming your way. If this is your first time tuning into News in Motion, first off, we just want to say thank you for tuning in live here with us at 7:25 a.m. Or if you're catching the replay, whether that be in the afternoon, the evening, or in the nighttime, we just want to say thank you for tuning in, no matter what time of the day it is. If you're an audio podcast listener, thank you for turning those dials to NIM Today for your relevant commentary and call to action news. We can also be found on LinkedIn and YouTube. That's right, we had to make this change over from Facebook, so we are now on YouTube, LinkedIn, or any audio or podcast platforms. And I already see y'all coming up in here on the tube of you. Shout out to you, Miss Marion Jackson, who was the first one in here. Good morning to you, Miss Deborah Johnson. Good morning, Miss Shardinia. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. Dr. Kim Carter, good morning to you. And good morning to you, Miss Adrian, who said smash that like button. Yes, please do. Invite a friend. Tell them that today is Super Tuesday. But before we get started, I have to personally give a shout out to someone very special to me. This woman has meant a lot to me. She has done more than just poured into me. She has believed in me at my lowest points. So on this special day, I want to give a shout out to my mama, Mama Bear, Ma Dukes, Miss Latrice Jones. Happy birthday to you, Mama. We love you. We appreciate you for the strong woman that you are, the God-fearing woman that you are. You are a blessing not only to your family, but also to your community, your friends, co-workers, anybody who you encounter. We just want to give you that special birthday love. Sincerely from your son and all of News in Motion. Enjoy your day, Queen. You deserve it. But without further delay, y'all know what we do over here. Let's get ready for some News in Motion.
News in Motion.
Good morning to everyone. Shout out to Latrice Jones on her birthday. Happy birthday to you, girl. Shirley Nicholson, I see you. Yvonne Gardner, I see you. Adrian, Marion, Felicia, what's up? Good morning. Good morning to all of you. I think Isaiah grabbed everyone else. Here's a funny. We've been doing something for so long. I was like in a panic, like, why am I not getting Facebook? I got the audio, I got this place, I got that place. I was like, oh, we're not doing Facebook anymore. And it just clicked because I was seriously trying to figure out why I could not get all of the platforms listed. There's that. I see you, Lori Williams, coming in here as well. All right, y'all. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. Yes, I was able to pull the opinion. Yes, I was able to check and see if there were any dissents. But before I get there, y'all, That's Happening Tuesday. It is March the 5th, 2024. It is also Super Tuesday for 15 states and 2 territories. So let me go down this list. And if you have not prepared to vote in your states, please do so. So it's this Super Tuesday in the Republicans. I'm talking Republicans first. We have Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, and Virginia. Republicans are also holding 2 caucuses in the following states. That's Alaska and Utah. I'll give those to you again real quick. This is the Republican Party. Why they started separating these, I have no idea. But here's the Republican side. Alabama, you have primaries today. This is Super Tuesday. You have Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, and Virginia. Republicans are also holding 2 caucus. Their caucuses are in Alaska and Utah. All right, y'all, that's Republicans. Get out and vote. You can go to ballotpedia.org to find your polling location, to find out the times that they're open. And don't forget, if you are in line before the polls close, stay in line. All right, Democrats, these are the Democrats who are holding primaries in the following state: Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, and Virginia. And the Democrats are holding caucuses in the following U.S. territory of the America Samoa. So there's the change. I'll give that to you again. Pretty much everything's the same for both parties except for their caucuses. The Republican caucuses are in Alaska and Utah. Now notice there's no voting for the Democrats in Alaska, but they are in Utah. So make sure you are understanding. Go to ballotpedia.org and check it out for yourself. So again, for the Democrats, Alabama, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Maine, Massachusetts, Minnesota, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, and Virginia. And then the Democrats are holding caucuses in the following U.S. territory of the American Samoa. So there you have it. Please make sure you exercise your right to vote in the primaries. And some of your states may have other things on the ballot as well. So you can get a sample ballot by going to ballotpedia.org. I've gotten a lot of inbox messages because I live in Ohio. They're like, we're not a part of Super Tuesday. No, we are not. We vote on March the 19th. So if you live in Ohio, be prepared to vote on March the 19th. Good news, y'all. Nikki Haley pulled out DC. Hello, somebody. Which also sends a message. It sends a big message. So check that out. So again, go to ballotpedia.org for more information on times, voting location, etc., and even the type of ID that you may need. So got that out the way. Are there any questions about Super Tuesday today? I'll take a few moments to pause and let you put those in the chat, and I will answer the best I can about Super Tuesday. The other thing I want to say while I'm waiting for you to put any questions you may have for me in the chat about Super Tuesday, I do want to share with you just a word of caution. It looks as if the former guy is just racking up all of these states. That's the way it appears. But if you do a deep dive into any of that, I see you, Regina, if you do a deep dive into any of that, you will see that the majority of the people aren't even voting. So where, let's say in Michigan, these are not the real numbers, but in Michigan, let's say I'm making up numbers, y'all. Let's say there's 100,000 registered, and there's way more than that, but 100,000 registered Republican voters. They may only be getting the primary about 30% of that. So I want you to be mindful of that. Marion Jackson saying early voting has begun here in Ohio. Yes, it has. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, it has. So if you want to early vote, you can do that. All right, let's get to the news all of you are waiting on if there's no other questions. Because y'all know I went digging because I needed to understand. I needed to see how the spins were happening out here. I needed to find everything there was to find. And y'all guessed it. I got it. I got the opinion from the Supreme Court. It's out there. And we're going to have it in the Friday rundown so that you can read it for yourself as well. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I have highlighted a whole lot of things. So I want us to have a conversation, and I want you all to chat with me this morning as well. This is interactive today. This is interactive. All right, so as you found out yesterday, like we all did, and we kind of pretty much expected it, the Supreme Court ruled unanimously, the key word there is unanimously, yesterday to restore former President Donald Trump's name on Republican primary ballots. The ruling overturns a Colorado decision disqualifying Trump under the 14th Amendment's insurrection clause for his role in the events of January 6, 2021. The court's decision applies nationwide, including reversing decisions in Maine and Illinois. Illinois, excuse me. The post-Civil War clause under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment bars anyone who engaged in insurrection from holding office. The Supreme Court ruled, and I have the opinion, Congress alone can determine eligibility for federal office under the clause, citing Section 5, with states determining eligibility for states' office. The court sidestepped the question of whether Trump engaged in the insurrection. They didn't deal with that. So y'all know there's another thing that they're going to be hearing about his criminal charges and so forth. So that's probably why they sidestepped that. So I needed to get into this. So y'all let me know if y'all really want to be engaged and hear this information. I know you are tired of probably hearing it on the news, but my blood is starting to boil a little bit when they leave out key parts of what's really happening. All right, so the first thing I want us to all note is that it was unanimously ruled that states don't have the ability to bar the former president or any federal candidates. Okay, that is key. Their ruling is you cannot bar him or anybody else. Okay. Now, when you dig into that, you leave a question of, but what if there's a criminal act? Or what if there's something there that changes it? Great question, because we got to talk about it. So I thought it was important to define unanimously, and I went to the Cornell Law School, the Legal Information Institute. Y'all still with me? Y'all need to talk to me. Y'all still with me? Now, that is defined unanimously in law, is defined as complete agreement between multiple parties, often describes appellate opinion with no judges dissenting. All right, that's a lot of legal information. Okay. So I went and I had to go get from the law school what the definition of dissent. Dissent is, it refers to at least one party's disagreement with the majority opinion. An appellate judge or Supreme Court justice who writes an opinion opposing the holding is said to write a dissenting opinion. Now, that means one person may have to say, I dissent this, to continue it or to give their arguments behind it. So we got the definitions out the way, right? Okay. So let's get into it. Yeah, this is some fascinating read because this read, and again, it's going to be in the Friday rundown. We'll have an attachment there. To read this is key to thinking about, well, who do I want in Congress? Who do I want to vote for as my representative? And who do I want to vote for as my senator or senators? Who are these individual people? Who do I want to lead the office, the highest office in the land of the United States? Okay. So when I opened this up, this is news. That's happening Tuesday. It says a group of Colorado voters contends that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution prohibits former President Donald J. Trump who seeks the presidential nomination of the Republican Party in this year's election from becoming president again. Now, it's very important to understand there were 4 Republicans and 2 unaffiliated Colorado voters who put this, who started this. It went to the Colorado State Supreme Court and then to United States Supreme Court. Now, they contend that after former president's defeat in 2020 presidential election, he disrupted the peaceful transfer of power by intentionally organizing and inciting a crowd that breached the Capitol on January the 6th. Now, they're saying the consequences, what's up, Dr. Antoinette? They're saying that the consequences of those actions, the respondents maintain, is that former President Trump is constitutionally ineligible to serve as president again. I'm not going to read Section 3. Again, it's going to be in the Friday rundown. But it's important for me to share with you all in this opinion. It says, according to the respondents, that's the 4 Republicans and the 2 unaffiliated voters from Colorado, Section 3 applies to the former president because after taking the presidential oath in 2017, he intentionally incited the breaching of the Capitol on January the 6th in order to retain power. And they give you a whole lot of codes to find. And again, you'll have it so that you can follow the codes yourself. Then in December, the Colorado Supreme Court reversed in part the affirmed by a 4-3 vote. This is all important. I want y'all to have the truth. I want y'all to have the facts. The Colorado Supreme Court accordingly ordered Secretary Griswold not to list President Trump's name on the 2024 presidential primary ballot or count any write-in votes that cast him in. Okay, so anything. So I want y'all to hear something. This came out on yesterday, okay? This came out on yesterday. Colorado is a part of Super Tuesday. So is he on there? Or are they going to be writing him in? What's up, Pastor? Or are they going to be writing him in? I don't have that answer. So that's important. So if you are a Republican voting in the Republican primary in Colorado, if you do not see his name and you choose to vote for him, it is now a fact that you can write him in. I got to be fair and balanced. I got to share all the information. So the Colorado Supreme Court said, okay, this is how we're doing this. This is how we're rolling. This is what it looks like. All right, I'm skipping through some pages because this is very important. So just hold on, y'all. This gets good. So it's about 20 pages. I'm getting ready to skip over probably 13 of them. So they give their opinion. They give their argument. These are the Supreme Court justices, the United States Supreme Court justices. They're giving all their information. They finalize this on page 12. For the reasons given, they give all their reasons. They have arguments, they're listening, they're going back and forth. Justice Roberts is the one who's navigating all of this. In the end, again, unanimously, which means they all agree. They all agree. And there should not be Democrats and Republicans, but we already know that's how it is on the Supreme Court. They all agree. And they say for the reasons given, responsibility for enforcing Section 3 against federal office holders and candidates, I want y'all to hear this, please, I beg of you to hear this, rests with Congress and not the states. So when you are voting on November the 5th, 2024, remember that. Put it as your screenshot on your phone, write it on your sample ballot, whatever. This rests with Congress and not the states. So the judgment of the Colorado, I'm missing something, judgment of Colorado, and then they go on to give the information of the dissent. Now I want y'all to hear this piece too. I want y'all to hear this piece too. I'm keeping these in order because I got to go back. So there was, this is where I'm going. Okay, I got to go back to that. The judgment of Colorado Supreme Court therefore cannot stand. They're saying, we can't stand on this. Let's dig into this a little deeper. Adrian says, say that again for the folks in the back. I'm telling y'all. So I want y'all to note something. And I've heard all of these different, and I'm not saying I got it going on or anything like that, but I want us to, as journalists and as media people and someone who's going to bring this information, I want us to give all the facts. I want us to give everything. So all 9 members of the court agree with that result. All 9. There's 9 justices. All 9 agreed. I want y'all to hear this. They say our collective writings separately further agree with many of the reasons this opinion provides for reaching it. Then it tells you where to go and find out other information. Again, it's going to be in the Friday Rundown. If you are not a part of the Friday Rundown, it's a free e-newsletter. You can go to gaildudley.com. A pop-up box will appear. You complete your information in there. You are part of the group. So 3, it says, so far as we can tell, this is all still part of the opinion, they object only to taking our account in distinctive ways, the way Section 3 works, and the fact that Section 5 vests in Congress the power to enforce it. Well, who are the 3? Sotomayor, Keegan, and Jackson. Those are the 3. We know who those 3 are. But there was one more that joined them. Barrett. I must say, I almost fell off my chair. I said, what? Barrett joined them, joined the 3 of them, saying we need to unpack this a little bit more. We need to look at this from different angles. We need to discuss this because of XYZ. Y'all can read it in the Friday rundown. And then it signs, it is so ordered, which means Justice Roberts said, this is so ordered, and this is how we're going to go out and do what we need to do. So then it gets down to those who said, okay, we're in agreement with this, but here's some thoughts that we have. So some of the thoughts that they have, and I'm not going to read all of it, but some of the thoughts that they had is, where is it defined? Oh, here's my page. It says, this simply creates a rule for the insurrection disability in Section 3. So there's a disability clause in Section 3. So what is a disability? Y'all know I had to go look and see what the disability is. Well, it's not clear. We're still in limbo as to if he did incite an insurrection. From our eyesight, we all saw it. We saw it unfold. We've heard the speeches. We saw the panel with Liz Cheney on it and others going through this. And everyone get her book. Get the book. So you can read it, mark it, write in it, all of that before you vote in November. Read the book, Oath and Honor. I think I have the link we can put up here too. I think you just got it, hopefully. There's the link that you can do that. So they're talking about the majority is left with next to no support for its requirement that a Section 3 disqualification can occur only pursuant to legislation enacted for that purpose. They say some more stuff, give a lot of legal language, and it says ultimately, the key word there is ultimately, under the guise of providing a more complete explanation for the judgment, the majority resolves many unsettled questions about Section 3, which means Section 3 got some questions. There's some loopholes in there. It forecloses judicial enforcement of that provision, such as might occur when a party is prosecuted by an insurrectionist and raises a defense on that score. Y'all, that was really important what I just said. It's very important, which says it all comes down to, if he's going to be on November the 5th ballots, it all comes down to that D.C. court case, which we're waiting to hear from the United States Supreme Court if he can be, in fact, criminally charged as a former president. Y'all heard that, right? So I don't want y'all to get upset when they make a ruling on that. Okay, that ruling's coming sooner than later, so just hold on. So then it goes on and says, the majority further holds that any legislation to enforce this provision must prescribe certain procedures tailored to Section 3 at 10, ruling out enforcement under general federal statutes requiring the government to comply with the law. And at the end of their opinion, they say what it does today, and this is all judge court language, what it does today, the court should have left undone. Boom. That's how they ended it. So y'all, that's it. That is it. Again, the whole 20 pages will be in the Friday rundown this week, so make sure you have that. And Dr. Antoinette said, that's his court, we already know. Now, I'm going to say something that some of you may not like me after I say this, but I'm going to say this anyway. Leave him on the ballot and let him be beat, which means we have to do our work by making sure people have a true understanding and getting people out to vote. The other thing I want to stress today as you're going into the primaries, we all going to get old. We are going to get old. And yes, we see things. And yes, again, I'm going to start posting facts this month on my main Facebook page. I really fought doing that, but I'm going to do that because so many people are still on there engaging and reading. Now, they will probably suppress some of it, so you may have to go look for it. You may have to tag my page or something or interact with my page to see it. But we're all going to get old someday. Yes, I would love for there to be some other choices on the ballot moving forward, but we don't have that. We don't have that. So we have to find a way to have a conversation with people when it comes to voting and let them know what's on the line, what is actually on the line. Dr. Antoinette says, I want Nikki Haley to stay in just to split the GOP vote. I think it's going to come down. This is my opinion only. I think it's going to come down to if there's more indictments that are coming or more charges that are going to come out. I think it's going to come down to an open convention. I don't know if they're doing it in August or September. Open convention for the Republicans. I think it is. Because when she won, it kind of revigorated some of the people who were giving her money where they had pulled back. Her money it just skyrocketed the other day when she won DC. Dr. Kim Carter says, thanks so much, Gail. I'm creating a politically savvy notebook with all of your information. Thank you for that. Thank you. So y'all, that's that. So in other news, still dealing with this former guy, and this is important that this came out at the same time of the United States Supreme Court's opinion. The Washington Post reports, and I went digging into this too, the former guy's organization financial officer, Alan Weisselberg, pleads guilty to perjury charges. The perjury charges mark the latest legal peril for Alan Weisselberg, who in recent years pleaded guilty to multiple felonies, including grand larceny and criminal tax fraud, served months behind bars and was penalized $1 million in civil fraud trial. Y'all, on yesterday, he made a court appearance. He actually surrendered himself. On yesterday, made a court appearance, and the sentencing for the 2 counts of perjury will be scheduled for April the 10th. So y'all have this question. Now, as the Washington Post states, these charges mark the latest legal peril for Weisselberg. I just said that, who in recent years pled guilty. So I have this question for all of you who are tuning in. He worked for the former guy, okay? These things were happening while this other person was running his business, running his company. And y'all know good and well he knew what was going on. Okay, let's just be real. Let's be real. Let me be a judge. I'll be like, you knew. But anyway, this is who you want running the country? Seriously. And for everyone who's on board with this particular person, why? He's not going to do anything for you. He may do stuff for the 1%, but everyone who's paying all of his legal bills, trust me, he's not doing anything for you. He's not. Look at how people from the insurrection who's been charged and they're in jail, they're asking for help. He's not helping them. Nobody from his camp is helping him. Deborah Johnson says both candidates are old. We need to look at the mental health. Yeah. What's the mental health capacity here to work through all this? So yes, we need to get beyond this. We're all going to be old. Okay, we're all going to be old. I'll be 59 this July. We're all going to be old. So here's some critical thinking questions. I have four. How does the reoccurrence of legal issues involving individuals tied to prominent political figures impact public trust in the political system? Think for a moment. Was it Florida? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Florida where there was a ballot measure to put on the ballot to allow past felons who pay their fines to be able to be registered voters? And then I think it was LeBron James and a few others paid their bill, and then they still found a loophole to say that they still can't vote. Wasn't that Florida? Aren't there other places? Isn't it true that if you have a felony or been convicted or indicted or whatever, or have counts, that you can't even run for political office? So is there a trust in the political system? Because actually right now, homie, Buttercup, whatever you want to call him, he is running the system. He is finding loopholes all through the system. Okay? He don't even pay taxes. Let one of us not pay. What's going to happen to us? Okay? Who's the guy in Best Man's Wedding who's in tax trouble right now? And he said he ain't paying. He said he's in my reparations from slavery. That's where he's coming out from. Whatever his name is. Y'all put his name in the chat. Another question. What does the handling of legal matters surrounding individuals in high-ranking positions say about the efficiency of the judicial system? What does it say? Yeah, we should be raising these questions where? At town hall meetings. At town hall meetings. These should be the questions. Not how did you vote in the past? Although that's very important, is can we talk about the political system? And by the way, y'all, it's not broken. It's working exactly the way they want it to work. But we now need to call them on it. Whoever they are, we need to call them on it. Once the former guy got what he wanted on January 6th, he walked away from those he incited. Yes, he did. Number 3, in what ways might the insurrection of politics and legal proceedings influence perceptions of fairness and justice within society? Yeah, these are questions we need to be talking about. And then number 4, should a person be able to run for office when their employees are being chased with perjury in the first degree, which is a serious felony? Yeah, he worked. He handled your money. You trust me, anybody that's handling my money, if I ever had any like that, I'm going to know everything they're doing. Come on, with our financial planners, aren't we like, what you doing with this? I don't want that there. Move that over here. Nope, I don't like that. Nope, this is how I'm going. Yes, Terrence Howard, that's him. Thank you, Yvonne. We need to be the same. You know good and well. He knew where his money was headed. Okay, y'all knew that. So he was a part of, you can't separate that. And that's what really came out from New York City. All right, enough about him. In other news, real quick, Elon Musk sued by former Twitter executive. They're like, we sick of you. So they're suing him for $128 million in total unpaid severance. So y'all, he's had Twitter for a minute now. So they have unpaid severance. They're suing him, claiming that Elon didn't have cause to fire them after his 2022 takeover. Y'all, also, Boeing is being sued $1 billion with a B in damages by Alaskan airline passengers who experienced a door blowout in January, citing the incident caused PTSD and physical injuries. So those 2 things I wanted to put out here as well. Again, y'all, Super Tuesday is happening today. And as I talk about Super Tuesday, y'all, my hands are sore from signing all these books. Still got a few more to sign, and then I put them all in the at the main post office to make sure they get out this week. So just letting you know, again, they're coming media mail. There's a lot we're doing with this book, and I want you all to be the first to know. One thing we're going to do, I'm going to get with Gina Winks. Y'all know she's our audio engineer. And we're going to do some recording of some of these for 31 days to where you will be able to hear some inspiration 31 days as you're driving or doing whatever you want to do. We've also kicked off, and we did this earlier in January as a beta piece, and y'all, Dr. Kim Carter helped me flesh that out. Listen, if you need any type of business coaching, leadership coaching, executive coaching, Dr. Kim Carter is the person you want to go to. Kim, if you're still on, please put your information in the chat so people can contact you. Y'all, it is an investment. But we did a beta piece. She helped me flesh through a Inspire coaching series. And that Inspire coaching series, there were 5 people that we offered it to. That Inspire coaching series changed their productivity level, changed their day, changed how they looked at things, how they did things, how they implemented things. And we're going to put some of those testimonials up on my website. But listen, if you are saying, I'm in a slump, I need some help, I need some inspiration, listen, coaching can help you do that. Okay. When this one lady told me her productivity level went through the roof after she sat down with me for 5 weeks, 90 minutes each week for 5 weeks, her life changed. She said people have noticed the change in her. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, this book, God has blessed me with this. The content in here, and y'all, I had to laugh. I was reading some of the pages the other day, and I laughed. I said, I didn't catch that. And he's like, it's too late now. The book is gone. And when I said I didn't catch that, well, I was like talking because again, we took most of these from the inspirational message. And I said, I'm acting like we having a conversation. And then I thought, well, that's probably the beauty of the book that we're having this conversation. So with that, y'all, the inspirational message today is enjoy, which is devotion 15. Devotion 15 in this book. And y'all, they're really short. Some of them are long, but they're really short. It says today is all about having some fun. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. Um, Having fun, regardless of what is happening in the world around us, is a testament to the power of joy and resilience. It means embracing a mindset of positivity, seeking moments of laughter, and finding delight in the simple pleasures of life. It is an intentional choice to not let external circumstances dictate your internal state. I'm going to keep reading. Having fun amidst challenging times is not about ignoring or trivializing the struggles. Rather, it is a conscious decision to nurture our well being and find moments of respite. It is a reminder that even in the midst of chaos, there is still beauty, laughter, and enjoyment to be found. And then I'm going to flip over to the next page of that. I encourage you to inject some fun into your day. I want y'all to have fun today. I assure you, it has the power to transform any situation. That is true. Simply let go, have fun, and let laughter be your companion today. Politics, worldviews, the everyday shenanigans. Kim Edmonds, I got my word in here, shenanigans, will be there for you tomorrow. And remember, the word says, don't worry about tomorrow. So they'll be there for you tomorrow. But even on tomorrow, whenever tomorrow comes, enjoy, incite some fun. Y'all, regardless of worldviews, regardless of politics, regardless of everyday shenanigans, look, that stuff will be there, but enjoy your life. So y'all, this is devotional 15 that's in the book. Listen, I'm excited about this. So I want to do some things. I want to do a couple things real quick. And that is number one. If you say, well, you know what, I need you to come. I need you to come. We're going to have a book reading, a book signing. We're going to do that. I'll ship the books to you. I'll show up. We'll have a good time. And hey, you get the book for doing that, okay? So if you want to do that. The other thing, I am trying to determine where I'm going to have a book signing in Columbus, Ohio. I want it to be fun. It's going to be mimosas all over the place. I have an investor who's willing to do this, so they'll set it up. So if y'all have any ideas of where this could be, I need some help from y'all. We want to put this out there. We want to make it fun. I was thinking we could still do it Women's History Month, but that ain't going to work. So maybe April or May, maybe around Mother's Day or something like this. But one thing that's important, and Lori says, don't let your external circumstances dictate how you act today. Enjoy your day. Have some fun. Yes. Yeah, already. I'm really touched by this. I'm going to get through this without tears. I'm really touched by this book. I'm so excited about this book. Someone picked up this book while they were at my house. I said, if you don't get your hands off those books, and they were like, oh, you're so, no, I'm serious. Put the book down. But anyway, they were saying, this is a serious book for weddings, for birthdays. It's a good book for graduations. Whether you're a high school graduate or a college graduate, this is the book. Now, it's still not on Amazon because I want y'all to get y'all's books first. Everybody who ordered them, I want y'all, once I ship them, I'll probably give it like 7 days and then we'll put it on Amazon. So it will be on Amazon as well. But I want all of you who've been so faithful and supportive and followed what we're doing here at News in Motion, I want you to make sure you get your book first. Now, if you click that link you had from last week, it's a new price on there now. So those of you who got this before yesterday, hey, Thank you. Thank you for your support. All right, y'all. That's all I have for today. Tomorrow is Wednesday Wisdom, not workshop, but Wednesday Wisdom. So you want to tune in with us on tomorrow. Lori said it's a great Women's Day gift to a special friend. Take Lori's advice. Bless a woman with this book. It will be up on my website later today, I believe, or tomorrow. But I'll put the link out here as well. So, yeah, it was great seeing all of you on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be sure to share, smash that like button, as Adrian said. Y'all, I am Gail Dudley. This has been News in Motion. Y'all know what I say. Stay well, everyone. And remember, make some bold moves. We're out.
News in motion.